Hello, Yogi Edgies again. Thank you for watching the replay and hugging your friends. I don't know where Jules is at, so I figured that I would go ahead and read some of the Yoga Sutras anyways that I should have probably finished before we went to chapter 3. So, I didn't even set up a thing to lean the phone against. I should have probably done that. And I'm drinking hot chocolate. Good. Hi, Esme! Okay, well I guess, dang it. Let's read. So, if you have the Heart of Yoga book, boom, then we read a few last night. They're probably still on replay. Hello, Lisa. Hi. Yes, I'm learning so much from it, and it's really like coinciding with a lot of things that are going on in my life right now each time that I read a section, so it's super awesome. Thank you for hugging your friends. I love it. Thank you. By the way, last night I decided that I don't like telling you to invite your followers, so instead I really prefer to tell you to hug your friends because, as you may know, the secret handshake is hugging your heart. So if you think that you have also people that you know that would enjoy this information, then hug your friends, aka invite your followers. Yeah, I say it like every once in a while if I feel like people are saying that they liked the information, but that way you know that I'm not telling you just tell every random person that's in your list to watch something that could be totally irrelevant to their life. So instead, by hugging your friends, then it would make a lot more sense if you either pinpointed who you invited, or if you know everyone on your list likes this kind of stuff, then you could invite everybody. So, yeah! Hello, everybody new. If you are new, please type in new or tell me your name and how you got here before I start reading, since we're waiting for Jules. I don't know where she's at. Anybody new? Or everyone knows me? I guess by the hearts and the silence. Everyone, you're a hug addict. You're new to Periscope. Hi. Beharia, what's your name? Is that your name? You're new, the Jessie. Hi, welcome. So if you're new to Periscope in general, and you see anything that you like that we're talking about, I'll give you a couple of tips. So as people write stuff that comes up on the screen down here, you can tap on the comment and you can reply to people so that they know what's going on, and if you want to talk to them, then I encourage you to chat with everybody. Your name is Hugh. You got here by accident. Well, you know what? I guess it was meant to be, and maybe you'll hear something in the next 5 minutes that was totally meant to be for your ears. I don't know. And what's good about yoga, so today we're going to be reading the Yoga Sutras, which, if you're not familiar, they're really ancient texts that have life lessons, would be my easiest way of describing it. Thank you for hugging your friends. And it helps you as you find a way to release yourself from the struggles of life. So, if you are new though, by the way, my name is Lisa, and I'm terrible at names, so if you forget my name, don't worry. I also answered a box. A lot of people just say that. Yes, but for serenity of the mind instead, exactly. And I'm a yogi blogger. I haven't been blogging very much lately, but I'm on Periscope a lot, showing you my process of finding true yoga. So not just physical practice, but really a lot of mental and spiritual as well. So if you're looking for that, then you're in the right place. If you're just not, then it's okay. You can find a different channel. That's totally cool. My blog is boxedge.org. Thank you for reminding me. If you go to boxedge.org, you can subscribe to my newsletters. So if I do write up any tips on physical yoga practice, you can subscribe for that, or any quotes of the day. I try to put those out quite often. And I haven't been able to write up the things on the Yoga Sutras because it's just It's so much. So I've just been scoping that instead because I cannot even type as quick as I write, or as quick as I talk. Okay, so let's just read a couple oops, why did I flip that? I don't know. I'm going to set you against the hot chocolate mug. Jules, you're here! Okay, I'll read like 2 and then you can read. I just didn't know where you were and I did a preview and I was like, she's not available yet. So we were on page 170 and we left off after 2.15. So let's read 2.16 and we'll come to a stopping point and then Jules can read us chapter 3. So 2.16 says, painful effects that are likely to occur should be anticipated and avoided. Whatever helps us to anticipate or reduce painful effects must be done. Patanjali goes on to present the causes of such painful effects and what we can do to develop within ourselves the capacity to anticipate, prevent, reduce, or accept them. In brief, the practice of yoga has as its purpose the reduction of effects that are painful to us by increasing our clarity. This means we must learn to contain and control the obstacles listed in Sutra 2.3, which, if you have not heard them yet, those obstacles are misapprehensions, confused values, excessive attachments, unreasonable dislikes, and insecurity. So, what is this saying? Like, I think this one's kind of clear. I just am bad at paying attention to the notifications. Okay. Pretty much it's saying, like, don't walk into spider webs of life, right? Like, if you can anticipate painful effects, then avoid them. Like, it's ridiculous, but there are so many things in life that I guarantee that you know are going to have a, like, sour taste in the long run, but you're probably still doing it. Can I get a hands up if you are, like, doing that? Because, hello, me. There's a few I can think of right off the top of my head that I do, and I'm like, why am I doing this? This is not going to bring me happiness, so I'm just doing it because it's, like, supposed to be done, you know what I mean? So that would be the lesson of that one. So if you can avoid it, then by all means avoid any painful effects. And a lot of times I would say you may have to weigh out the pain of one versus the other, because it's not necessarily going to be painless in life. But if you have one option that's going to be really painful and another option that may be painful at first but will end up bringing you happiness, which one would you think that you would want to go with? Probably the one that will end up bringing you happiness, not maybe like the numbing pain, which many of us succumb to every single day. How long was I working in a corporate job, hating my life? All because I did not want to deal with the intense, immediate pain of change by letting it go. I was in corporate like 5 or 6 years, and then finally I realized I'm going to be miserable my whole life doing this, or I could just face the fear and the pain of losing some of my material possessions, but I will not have to deal with, like, feeling so useless or so incomplete my whole life. And I did it. It was very painful. I was very depressed. It was really hard to get used to. But now, I'm, like, so much happier. I don't wake up every morning and say, oh, I don't want to go to work. Oh, please don't make me go to work. Like, maybe I'll call in sick today. Like, that was my thought every single day of my life whenever I was working in corporate. That's terrible. Now I wake up and I'm like, what should I be doing today? So I'm not quite there, but does this make sense to anybody? Like, you're very quiet. I saw Jules raise her hand that she does deal with this, but it sounds like middle school. Yes. I agree. So, Any feedback on that, or you're just listening in and hopefully it's resonating in your soul, and maybe it'll allow you to get that courage. It takes a lot of courage to face painful effects. So unfortunately, usually if you do not have the courage and you may feel a little bit cowardly, then you're probably going to let the pain overrun your life. So you have to believe in yourself and find that courage to say, like, that's it, pain. Your game is over. It's time for happiness. But happiness is not always. I have painful days still, don't get me wrong. Okay. Next one, and then we'll go to Jules. Okay, so 217. The primary cause of the actions that produce painful effects is now presented. The cause of actions that produce painful effects is the inability to distinguish what is perceived from what perceives. In each of us, there exists an entity that perceives. This is quite distinct from what is perceived, such as the mind, body, senses, and objects. But we do not often make this distinction. What is perceived is subject to changes, but we do not recognize these changes. This lack of clear understanding can produce painful effects even without our recognizing them. Did you catch that? So we are not the eyeballs, we're not the ears, we're not the mouth, we're not even the little voice talking in your head. That's, oh, like a squirrel just jumped on my air conditioner, I think. Yeah, it's a good one. So we are not the perceived, like things that are just intakers, taking in all these like ideas and concepts and feelings and stuff. Instead, we need to come from a place of what perceives, that like that black matter of our being that runs our perceived stuff. Yes, exactly. So once we can come from that place, then we can actually find what's causing our pain. And that's a tough one, because that's like it's like looking into a black hole. I think that spirit would be a good word, because it's not like a thing that is distinguishable very per se, and your mind is like different from your spirit, so I would say spirit would probably be the right word. I think of it as a black hole. That's like my best way that my brain and my ego and all of the things that I perceive with can kind of comprehend it, because if you know anything about astronomy, you really can't see a black hole. You just know it exists by the matter around it that's being like pulled in. So you literally can't see a black hole. It's black matter. It's nothing essentially, but it's the most powerful source, I believe, of energy. Don't quote me on that. I did not get past astronomy part 2. But you know it's there because you can find things that are like drawn to it. And that is how I would imagine the body is, the mind is, even the senses and other objects. So things that are around you in life, you are like pulling them into your life with that black matter, that black hole of your... I know black hole sounds like disturbing, it sounds like negative, but I don't know why we made like the term like a blackened soul or something like a bad thing, because really like I see it as that pure thing. So don't think I'm saying like you have like a dark soul. I'm just saying it's like that black hole that's drawing everything into it, and all of your senses that are being aroused is like just things that are being brought into that black hole, and they're like crashing and making like things explode just like planets do. I hope you're following me. I hope this makes any sense at all, because this is what goes on in my head when I read this stuff. So my cat is very interested in the hot chocolate. He accidentally drank some earlier, so hopefully he does not die. It is a perfect understanding. Good! And that's how I've seen it for a very long time. It's hard sometimes to get past the connotations, but you're doing a good job. Thank you. I won't be able to read anymore because now there's a cat on the book. Yeah. That's why I'm here. So, you know, I am the best teacher as far as I take things that I learn and then I put them into terms and analogies that hopefully make it a little easier to understand. That's just what I do my whole life. So if you have like things that you're trying to understand and questions, then tell me, because this is what I like to do. Except for the part that we don't know exactly what a black hole is, but maybe that is perfect. I'm guessing there are people that know what a black hole is. I never really went into that deep of astronomy class, but I did really like astronomy class, actually. I thought about being an astronomer at one point in time. So, it's a thing. Black hole is a thing. It's just like the opposite. It's the thing that like connects all the other stuff. Oh, okay. Kind of like black matter is like the space in between everything. We tend to like act like it's nothing, but really that is like the ocean of like existence that connects everybody together. So everything, it becomes really like this one unified thing. I'm not going to say the word thing anymore. Alright, so those were the two more Yoga Sutras, and now that Jules is here, then Jules, would you like to start reading? Because I would love to invite everybody in to read the next chapter of the actual book. Yay! Okay, if you want to start yours, then I'll exit out and join in. So if you're not following Jules' Dream of Yoga, go ahead and follow her. And hug your friends, tell them about her if you're interested in reading some more of this book. Okay. He's the gatekeeper of the comments. Alright, I gotta have my hand to do the thing. So everyone watching this, namaste. Love you. Bye. Bye. Oh, it's stuck. This is why he's not in my cottage very often, because I get like completely attacked. Oh my gosh! My phone is on fire. My phone is on fire. It won't end. Please end. Periscope.